The development of the information and communication technology has already laid the basis for the creation of information networks, giving users even of small local public libraries access to the worldwide sources of information. The public libraries also offer guidance and training in information search and quality rating of information sources. Thus, public libraries are necessary, if not sufficient, prerequisites for a democratic knowledge society. It's against this background that Kenya National Library Services started eHealth project that will use technology-based resources to disseminate health information to social health workers and local communities in the two branches of Eldoret and Kisumu.
Kenya National Library Service has adopted a new approach to providing services to the communities out there, after realizing that most of the information we have been providing actually is very conventional and does not identify with the needs of the communities. So this is a major paradigm shift whereby the institution is trying to reposition itself and striving to identify the actual needs of communities in terms of information provision, so that we can give timely, relevant and up-to-date information to these communities.
Kenya is one of the countries that has won this innovative project, and we named this project eHealth Resource Center, and we have set up in two public libraries in Kenya. We have Eldoret Library, and then we have Kisumu Library.
Traditionally, we've relied on books. These books are very expensive to start with, and some of them are very old. You realize most of the medical in medicine is very dynamic, and these things change very fast. So if you have a book, for instance, that costs 5,000, that was printed a few years back, and with time is irrelevant, then you can see the need for this kind of service is very high. I think ICT is the way forward.
The world is a global village. Accessing knowledge is not limited to any cadre. You have to be equipped with all the necessary knowledge at a particular time. So I can be able to access what a consultant in America thinks, what my consultant in Kenya thinks, and what I've seen from the field from a patient with a said subject of discussion.
This is a service that is of its kind in the country, and pioneer users of these services went through training on use and access to eHealth information.
And looking at our work is so weighty, and with shortages in our health facilities, you find getting an opportunity maybe to access information is a little bit very difficult. So a time came when the Kenya National Library Services identified health workers to train in Kisumu, and I'm lucky I was one of them. And after training, we were taught on how to access information on internet. And that was an eye-opener to me. It was a gift to me. I was very happy. And I acquired skills that could help me access internet and to be direct on health information that I wish. Some information are free online, and some information are not free online. So from that time, I came with a lot of joy, advertising these services that were introduced in our library here, telling my colleagues who are in school to come, students to come. But the challenge here is that some of us, and most of us, do not have the IT literacy. We do not have the internet or the computer literacy. So some of us shy from coming because we may not even know how to go about it.
This will go a long way to provide reliable and accessible health information in an innovative and meaningful format to health workers and user communities in the proposed project libraries, make library as a key health literacy provider in the community, encourage librarians to participate in healthcare initiatives for the benefit of the communities who are library users, improve skills of librarians and social health workers to enable them identify and meet health information needs of the community through libraries, facilitate end users and provide healthcare communication and information services, and provide new sources of information on prevalent medical conditions in their respective localities and make them available and accessible.
Initially, we used to have quite a lot of problems in terms of accessing information. Ours, naturally, I can say it was a sort of a natural way of doing things that we inherited from time immemorial when the technology was not advanced. So in most occasions, we are so much used to using hard copies, paperwork, so much paperwork. And this paperwork at times becomes a little bit cumbersome in terms of us getting information, in terms of postages, that is trying to get the information on paper, sending it to the second person, to the relevant offices, that is the province and the national. So it was a little bit difficult for us. As you may have seen in our resource center, the information that we have there is very small and very scanty information that are being delivered from a division of, there is a division concerned with health education and promotion in Nairobi. And this information at times are not current. There might be information that were published 6 months ago, say that when you are consuming the information, another policy might have changed and things become a little bit conflicting.
All the infrastructure, be it local area networks for the electronic resources, have been upgraded, whereby we have done retrunking in the branches with the e-health facilities, and with the high-end machines which have been purchased through the e-health, we have been able to do internet connectivity to these machines. In regard to that, we have upgraded from the capacity which we used to undertake, which was less than 128 kbps, to actually fiber connection speeds, whereby these computers can be accessed in a faster way. In terms of the electronic resources which we have currently, we have created ways of accessing these electronic devices in the internet connection. In regard to that, I would start by the KenLess portal, where we have created a portal with links to e-resources, whereby we have already configured those the portal in the desktops of these e-resources, whereby our the clients who are accessing the e-resources can actually access the computer and then find those desktop portals already installed. And in terms of creation of an emailing system, whereby we have generated content and posted it into an emailing system, and created also a manual for our clients, which they can actually step by step access that emailing system, whereby we have forwarded PowerPoint presentations, PDF files, and general e-resources into that file. In connection to those e-resources, we have already given a soft copy of them in terms of a CD, which they will always borrow from the librarian to access the materials.
And it will also improve our reading skills, because when you go to the shelter looking pages, looking and searching, it is just easy. You come, you Google. If it is HealthLink or Ask Source, you just search it, and it saves time.
I think we have benefited a lot, personally as an individual and collectively as a district, in terms of the way we do things. We've been given access to the computers for emailing our information. Initially, or traditionally, we've been using hard copies to post to Nairobi and to Nakuru. But currently, what we are using is only compiling our information in our flash disks, going to a cyber cafe, sending it to Nairobi. But now that involves the cost and time going to the cyber cafe. But now, since we partnered with the library services, we've been given free access to use the internet and all that for free, which means it's a benefit to me and a benefit to the district also, in terms of efficiency, in terms of effectiveness, and in terms of probably rolling out some projects, because there's no paperwork that is so much done when it comes to using the soft copy sending to our bosses. It has become very cheap and quite exciting, because you spend less time doing so much that is supposed to be covered within a given time frame.
The projects will increase the statistics and levels of usage in the libraries because most of the community needs will be easily addressed through information available in these e-health resource centers.
And what we have found is that most of these medical practitioners, they do not know, or they have very poor knowledge of accessing information online. And when they find a source that can now guide them to access some of this information, then they become very enthusiastic and they would want to identify with that source. So you know that through this, they are going to be well equipped because they will provide current information and the selective dissemination of information, because we shall know actually their areas of interest, their areas of research.
I've been going around passing the message that we have this unit fully fledged for the medic and the general public. And we are getting good response. Apart from the computers and the CDs we also have books on health, whereby we are going to have as a backup for the CDs we have, whereby clients can even borrow these books for overnight or for a week, depending on the demand.
The library, in their small way, we wanted to make a contribution by availing information which can assist the health workers to be able to provide quality services to the communities by accessing information which is available online, and others are also available in electronic format, but through the existing databases which have been built or developed within our library setups. Indeed, this program is attracting a lot of attention from the health workers, and some of the policy implementers within the sector are very much supportive of the program, because we realize the health workers are developing a lot of interest in accessing information which can help them improve the way they go about providing the services.